Hi friends, welcome to my channel. I'm coming to you today from Starbucks in Mantri Mall, and I'm here to talk to you about the death of department stores. I have worked for a couple of department stores in my career. The first one was in Debenhams when we opened the first Debenhams in the Middle East in Dubai. The second time was when we opened the first Saks Fifth Avenue outside of America in Dubai again. And the third time was when I worked for Jashan Mall, which is a homegrown retailer in the Middle East, which runs also department store formats. So having said that, I've worked in the business, so I do have a point of view, and I've put a lot of thought in what I'm saying. I've essentially seen three styles of department stores. Department stores that have their own private label brands that they have created, which work on a high margin, and they are not necessarily in the luxury segment. They could be mostly in the entry price point segment. The next batch of department stores that I've seen are the Shopper Stops and the Lifestyles of the world, which lead in with your basic cosmetic counters. Cosmetics historically has given a lot of pull in terms of the footfall of customers coming into the store. And then they build around that an assortment of departments, men's, ladies, kids, and a bouquet of brands. Now the question is, in malls, you will find brands. You will find also a similar representation of brands in these department stores. And to give you an example, when I worked for Saks Fifth Avenue, when we opened in Burjuman, and we were the market leaders in luxury, we had a lot of shop in shops. So I used to take care of the contemporary brands, and we had brands like Catherine Melandrino, Diane von Furstenberg, which were occupying spaces of about 150 square feet. They were top performing brands in the department. Having said that, how well can you represent your brand in a department store when so many brands are shouting for space and trying to blast out message to customers? Then comes a brand that opens its own dedicated space of about 150 square meters, and you as a customer need to decide now, are you comfortable with shopping in a department store which has your favorite brand but in a space of 150 square feet, which might not have the latest collection, which might not have the complete range? Or would you rather go into the flagship outlet? Another issue that I have with department stores is that it is too generic. It's not specialist enough. And they have a lot of everything but make a statement about nothing. And this is generally the issue with department stores. I mean, if you go into, let's say, a Debenhams, a Marks and Spencer's, or for that matter, if you walk into a Shopper Stop or Lifestyle, you're going to see a lot of brands. Having said that, you'll see limited point of view, not much fashion forward merchandise. What they're selling is essentially basics, and thus it lacks complete excitement. You become one among 100 brands that are living in that department store. You walk up to a department store associate, he has most of the time no idea about the brands that surround him. He'll say that I'm based in this particular department and this is all I know. He won't be able to take you and give you a seamless experience around that store. So even if you take this out of department stores and look at it in your own life, would you choose to be a generalist or would you choose to be a specialist? It's like going to a doctor. When you go to a doctor and you go to a general practitioner, this person knows a little bit about various ailments and he can treat you for a common cold. But if you have anything deeper than that, you need to go to a specialist. Now take this point out and look at it in a department store context. People in the department stores who are selling products to you are also not specialists. They are only generalists, and this is where the issue lies. There is no point of view, there is no point of differentiation, and you are lost if you are a brand among too many. And that is also one of the reasons why the department stores are not able to survive. Another reason why department stores failed is because many of them they lost their way. Some of them, like Saks Fifth Avenue, have a heritage of over 100 years, and of course you need to keep up with the times. But the question is, are you true to your original self? Are you still following the DNA of what made you what you are? And many brands have not been able to identify to what was the reason for their existence to begin with. And when you lose that part of your DNA and you forgot what was the main reason why you were in the business of department stores, you've transitioned into something else completely. You've forgotten your roots, you've forgotten your DNA, and in this big chase of running after millennial customers, you've alienated your core consumers. And one classic case is the case of JCPenney. You had Ron Johnson, who was the retail guru of Apple, come into JCPenney. JCPenney was a very price-driven brand. They worked a lot on the discounting system, and they had a voucher concept. Now, you have to understand that this is something that traditionally JCPenney has done over the years. That is what they are known for. Just because you have a point of view that discounting will not work, let's go in for fair pricing, without trying something out on a pilot project. If you were to ramp up JCPenney's overnight to change their model, that's when you end up in a situation where JCPenney files for bankruptcy. Because you have your point of view, you have not done your due diligence, you've not had focus groups with the customers to ask them what they want, because at the end of the day, no matter what you think in your mind, you could have worked with the best brands in the world. It is not about you, it's about your customer. Another department store in the Middle East that I know went and made a very big mistake was when they moved from being brand driven to category driven. Categories work only in the entry level price points. Brands work in the mid to high end segment, which means that if you decided that you had a box of brands and now you're telling customers, sorry, we are not going to let you shop by brand, we're going to mix up all the brands and tell you that, okay, this is your tops, this is your bottoms, this is your sport, this is your leisure, you're going to create an absolute chaotic environment for your customers. Is it surprising when you see sales of Zara, sales of H&M, Sephora for that matter, going through the roof? It's because department stores are not really geared up to do specialty, to work in the specialty space. Because like I said, they're generalists, they're not specialists. So would you prefer to shop in a cosmetic department of a Debenhams or a Harvey Nichols, where you have hundreds of associates running up to you to try and sell you their wares, or would you rather go to a Sephora or a MAC for that matter, which is more specialty driven?